The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, Central Otago's Ni-Van workers keen to support their families back home after the recent cyclone. A popular fitness chain unveils its brand new gym in Central Dunedin just in time for summer. And a group of young Queenstown conservationists explore the outdoors in a hands-on learning experience. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Dave Gooselink. Hundreds of Pacifica people have made their way to Central Otago for seasonal work this coming summer and hoping to earn some money to help support their families. But a recent tropical cyclone across the Pacific has left some workers concerned about their loved ones and the situation back home.
A calm day at the Central Otago vineyard, miles away from the destruction caused by Cyclone Lola recently across the Pacific. The storm wreaked havoc through the Vanuatu archipelago over Labour weekend, crippling communications and leaving these Ni-Van workers anxious about their homeland. But Grape Horizon team leader Peter Bumsing says he's grateful for the support from the community, which has helped many Vanuatu families after previous cyclones.
They've been really helpful to support, not just financially, but also mentally.
Bumsing says more than 500 Ni-Van people call this Alexandra district their home over the summer season, many working here with the aim of helping out their families.
Working here to send some money and support the family that are affected, example rebuilding houses, and also contributing to their communities.
James Dicey manages a number of vineyards across Central Otago, and he says the Ni-Van people have been a godsend for his business and many others in the region.
We have a very high return rate, which means that the guys that do return are trained, so they're productive from day one. They understand the New Zealand culture, they've got equipment here, they've got bank accounts here.
Dicey believes the money that Ni-Van workers earn here makes a significant difference towards what they're able to achieve, allowing their families to build more cyclone-proof houses. In Alexandra, the South Today.
An intersection on State Highway 88 in Dunedin's central city is set to look a little different as proposed options for the future of St Andrew Street are unveiled. Wakakatahi NZTA has revealed 3 different options for the area of St Andrew Street around the one-way system. It's given a month for public to have their say before the final proposal is revealed around February next year. The Transport Agency wants to expand footpaths between the new hospital and the bus hub, potentially cutting the number of traffic lanes from 4 to just 2. They're aiming to provide better pedestrian access between the new Dunedin Hospital's inpatient and outpatient buildings after Labour cut a proposed link bridge. Emergency services are still in discussions about the possible changes, with a final decision due in mid-2024. Well, Dunedinites who are keen to get fit for the summer have a new reason to throw some tin, with a brand new gym opening up just in time for the festive season. Les Mills has opened its relocated club this week, bringing cutting-edge fitness technology to the central city.
It may look like a video game, but the cinematic experience is purely for exercise. Globally renowned gym Les Mills is making its mark on Dunedin, opening its new site in the Meridian Mall on Thursday. The $9 million project has taken 18 months to complete. The club relocated to the ground floors of the Central City Mall, making the move after being based in Dowling Street for more than 40 years.
Convenience, ease of access to car parking for our members, and also the site in terms of the size of the site suited us perfectly in terms of what we wanted to include in the club.
CEO Brett Sutton says the new club's at the forefront of fitness innovation, with a virtual reality immersive cycle room creating a level of anonymity in the workout. And it's not just exercise equipment impressing regulars. Les Mills is also working to improve the recovery time for members.
The other thing that we'll include is, or we have included into the spaces, we've got hot cold treatment into our change room. So we've got beautiful saunas, and then outside the saunas we've got cold plunge showers to really give contrast therapy to our members.
The gym also features dedicated zones for group workouts, cardio machines and free weights. Sutton's confident the new modern facilities will engage the Dunedin community and help get more people moving this summer. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Well, a long, tough climb up Bluff Hill was the target late yesterday for riders on this year's tour of Southland. Stage 5 began back in Invercargill with plenty of vocal support from local school children along the side of the road. A number of riders were caught in a minor pile-up early on in the stage, causing a few cyclists to crash out of the race. Intermittent rain for the first time this week gave riders a small taste of Southland tour conditions, but the winds were still fairly light. Bluff's steep landmark is known as one of the toughest challenges of the tour, riders digging deep as the hill sorted the endurance cyclists from the sprinters. But it was Englishman Dan Gardner who proved he had the climbing legs, impressing spectators with a strong ascent of Bluff Hill to win the stage after finishing third up the Remarkables. That also let him claim the tour leader's orange jersey heading into the final day. And the race hits the business end on Saturday with just an individual time trial and a quick ride home to Invercargill to determine the final winners of the 2023 Tour of Southland. A group of young Queenstown conservationists are getting put under the microscope for a hands-on learning experience. The environmental program took school children from across the resort town to the outdoors as part of their mission to bring the local wetlands to life.
Some conservationists of the future taking care of Queenstown's environment. These primary school students are putting the Shotover wetlands under a microscope with the help of the Otago Regional Council. The outdoor classroom project is a part of the Shotover Primary School's work with the ORC, Southern Lake Sanctuary and Manatahuna over the past 7 years to rehabilitate the local wetlands. Robin Zink, the Regional Coordinator of EnviroSchools, says the work gives students hands-on experience around conservation and climate change mitigation.
And the aim is to foster a generation that instinctively think and act sustainably.
Students cycled around 4 wetland stations, testing the water quality and clarity, tracking local species with a specialised tracking box, carrying out 5-minute bird counts, and learning about the progress in the wetlands. 10-year-old Franco Chapmanola has been involved in the project for over 2 years and says he's seen an increase in birds calling the area home.
I'm seeing lots of ducks, which I used to have none of. Swans, a bit of swans. And I've seen a couple of geckos in the bushes.
Zink says the wetlands are an important environmental factor for the area, as all the stormwater from the Shotover region comes through the site.
So it captures the stormwater and then releases it slowly. It also filtrates that water, so any contaminants that come down through the stormwater are filtrated out in the wetlands here before it goes into the river.
The students' testing has given them encouragement, with positive signs like an increase in bird life and clearer water, showing their hard work is paying off. In Queenstown, the South Today.
Whai Akene still to come on the South Today. Pampering for some Dunedin pooches thanks to local students, and recycled recreation is all a game for a Rangiora retiree.
such a sweet girl.
What are you dreaming about?
Just music.
The Power of Dreams by Honda.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Hey guys, don't fork over your cash till you've seen my mate John's cracker deals. John really has blown the roof off prices. He's slashed 20 to 75% off everything store-wide. Plus you can pay it off over 18 months interest-free. Great range, fantastic service, and always a better deal. Now that really is a cracker. 20 to 75% off.
Where did you get that furniture from? Stafford Street. And my mate John.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Welcome back. Well, some lucky dogs have been treated to a makeover in Dunedin this week as vet nursing students get stuck into a new course. The Otago Polytech Tapu Kinga students have been manning the hairdryer and the clippers for the Institute's first ever pet grooming block course.
A girl's spa day out as this happy puppy gets pampered. Vet nursing students from Otago Polytech have been tackling new sets of challenges this week as part of the Institute's first ever certificate in animal management. The new block course came about through the National Tapu Kinga links with the aim of helping recognise the role of a pet groomer while giving students some practical experience.
But we support that by giving them as much practical hands-on experience in their block courses as we can, with as many different dogs as we can lay our hands on.
The course teaches them more than just grooming dogs and cats, including proper low-stress handling techniques and a range of other things you don't think about that are needed for the job. Students spent 4 days learning all the tips and tricks required to work in the industry, leaving their lecturer very impressed by their efforts.
Okay, so everyone's a little bit tired, lots and lots of learning, but we've had a blast and the students have done absolutely amazing with all our dogs, and our dogs have been very fortunate, are just superstars.
The Pet Groomer Employers Association started the conversation about the new course back in 2021 and is hoping it'll help drive improved industry standards and expectations. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Well, a Rangiora retiree is doing his best to keep busy in his golden years by recycling old toys. Arthur Linnell believes the best way to enjoy a healthy retirement is by keeping active and doing your part to help the community.
80-year-old Rangiora resident Arthur Linnell believes the best way to keep your mind busy is to keep your hands busy. A few years back, while volunteering at a local city mission shop, the retiree noticed a box of broken toys destined for the rubbish tip. Linnell put the engineering and woodworking skills he's learnt over a lifetime to work, bringing the old toys back to life and putting them up for sale by the charity. He says it's important for retirees to always remain active and involved.
But when you retire, there's just you and your partner. And if you haven't got an activity, personally I think you're on the way for a slow death. I do think you need to be physically and mentally involved.
The 80-year-old continues to do bits and pieces around the community, recycling broken and ageing toys. His most memorable job was repairing an old wooden ride-on toy truck for a man whose grandfather had built it for him as a child. Now, years later, he has gifted it to his own son.
Took it around to them, but he puts his boy on the back of the truck and pushes him down the passageway like was done with him when his father pushed him down the passageway. Seeing the expression on that little boy's face was great. The big smile on his face.
Arthur says his woodworking keeps him happy and occupied, while also keeping the wife off his back, which he thinks is a big plus. In Rangiora, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Hundreds of Central Otago Ni-Van workers are concerned about their families who've been affected by cyclone Lola. Gym chain Les Mills opened its new Dunedin club to the public, featuring some state-of-the-art facilities. And children from Shotover Primary School have been under the microscope, learning about the environment in their local wetlands. And now taking a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, we welcome Deputy Editor Debbie Porteous. Welcome, Debbie.
Kia ora, Dave.
What's in the store for the weekend paper?
Well, we're going to have plenty more on the special votes situation and the return of Winston and into the power position, it seems. So
where he always ends up?
Where he does seem to always end up, yes. It doesn't seem to have, the special vote counts don't seem to have affected us too directly in terms of seats or members down south here, but certainly be a lot to play out in the next few days.
Coming weeks, certainly, yep.
We're also got a really very tragic story, but very real story with a woman who lives in Dunedin. She's from Palestine, and her family has been grievously affected by what's going on over there, and we've got quite a heart-wrenching story from her to share with our readers. On a cheerier note, we're at the Dunedin Beer Festival this weekend. We got a great story with Ollie, who won the homebrew competition last year and has since then set up his own brewery, and this year has a stall at the event selling his beer.
Brilliant result.
So good on him.
Obviously it was good homebrew.
Yes.
Thanks Debbie.
Right.
Now time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, and thunderstorms and widespread showers develop tomorrow as unstable air meets incoming southwesterly wind flows. Heading to the top of the South Island, and light winds across the top half of the island with showers in the afternoon. Nelson and Greymouth heading for 18 degrees, Christchurch on 19. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, and there'll be light winds and thunderstorms here. Ashburton and Timaru looking for 18 degrees, 15 in Oamaru with light southwesterlies and rain. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, thunderstorms and light rain for Wanaka, Queenstown and Alexandra, all expecting highs of 17 degrees. Heading further south, and moderate to fresh southwesterlies across the region here, with showers, 14 degrees for Balclutha, Gore and the Catlins. Across to Invercargill, and cloud increasing tonight. Tomorrow cloudy with showers during the morning, cold southwesterly winds freshening and a high of 13 before showers clear in the evening. And on Sunday it'll be mostly fine and sunny with light winds, a high of 12 degrees. And finally heading to Dunedin, overcast with rain tonight, overcast again tomorrow with periods of rain, light southerly winds. A few heavy showers or thunderstorms are possible during the afternoon, a high of 15. And on Sunday, early showers will clear, but it'll remain cloudy for most of the day, with cold southerly winds decreasing, a high of 11 degrees. So handy for those beer festas that we have a roof on the stadium. That's the news this Friday. For the latest news and videos from the Southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand, or follow us on Facebook. Search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again next week. Mā te wā.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.